What's good, everybody? It's a Monday afternoon. Just got the word here in Nashville for my Titan Nation out there. Just got word that Derrick Henry could possibly be out for the season. In that game, in that overtime game against the Colts, where we got the win 34-31, Derrick Henry hurt his foot in the first quarter. He could be seen sometimes with his foot off. His cleat was off. He was limping kind of a little bit, but he did finish the game on like 24 carries, 68 yards. He's still leading the league in rushing and 10 touchdowns, 900 something yards per season. Um, Coach Vrabel said there is no timetable for Derrick Henry's return. With a foot injury, with the foot surgery he is getting tomorrow, and pretty much after that, the kind of foot surgery he's getting, if I'm not mistaken, it takes about 6 to 12 weeks to to heal. But if anybody could do it, it's Derrick Henry. I mean, the guy keeps himself in excellent, tip-top condition. Um, it just sucks because now we're in the middle of being 6-2. We got week 9 this week. The Rams 7-1. Uh, like I said, these next couple games are going to be very hard because we got the Steelers, we got the 49ers, we got the Saints, and we saw the Saints beat the Bucks yesterday, and we do have the Jags one more time, and we do have the Texans twice. Those should be 3 games that we should automatically win. But like what Coach Vrabel always says, when one man goes down, the next man steps up, and this is one of those times where Tannehill is definitely going to have to be that leader, and he's going to have to step up, and hopefully we can keep Julio Jones healthy. If we can keep Julio healthy, and AJ Brown's starting to kill it now, I think that we can still possibly get into the playoffs. We can still get into the playoffs as long as we win our division, which is pretty much a guarantee at this point. We're still going to get in the playoffs, regardless of what our record is. We're still going to get into the playoffs. So I think if we can get into the playoffs, Derrick Henry can get healthy enough to possibly play in the playoffs. I think that we still have a shot. Now, people around Nashville were talking about Super Bowl bound. I'm not one of those guys to talk about that because I don't want to superstitious. I don't want to like mess it up or anything like that. So I don't really discuss that kind of thing. However, I believe we had a better shot at beating the Rams with Derrick Henry in the game than without the game. So, and there's, what's interesting about the Rams is, Travis wrote me on Facebook saying, "Hey, have you noticed how the Rams, who were way over the NFL cap yet last year, tends to still keep their players, and they still tend to keep all these all stars and get trades and stuff like that. That's very suspicious and very weird to me. But in any event, we're going into Los Angeles Sunday to face the Rams. Rams are 7-1. We're 6-2. Hopefully, the boys will unite. The two-tone blue boys will unite and get this game and get this win because we usually play good against playoff caliber teams. And Derrick Henry's been a leader for us. He's been that voice. We'll see what we do. We'll see how we respond. And I wish Derrick Henry a speedy recovery. I said that this would be hard if Derrick Henry ever got hurt. So, but yeah, I wish him a speedy recovery. If he's healthy to play the playoffs, great. If he's not, you know what? It happens. It is what it is. Ooh, I didn't hear about that one. Oh man, I've been hearing about the Derrick Henry having his foot surgery on. Let's see, Poston just said the Rams traded for Von Miller. Woof. Yeah, well, I was talking to Travis Staley on Facebook, and he was telling me how the Rams are always able to be over the cap, but able to trade and keep players and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it happens here. The Rams are very strong. They're very powerful. Matthew Stafford's playing, you know, lights out, playing better being on the Rams than he was with the Lions, obviously. It's not going to be an easy game coming in this Sunday. The game against the Colts, I knew it was going to be tough. Usually division games are tough. So, um, Carson Wentz got a couple little touchdowns on us. Harold Landry has 15 games consecutively from last year to this year with sacks. He is 8.5 sacks right now. And this is contract year for Harold Landry. So, J Rob, if you're listening, pay the man his money. That kid has earned his money. I mean, when we got him in the draft a couple years ago, he was supposed to be a first round. My picks were shit. Yeah, well, it's funny too because after that video last night, Poston, I'm down to 28 subscribers and now I'm not 30. So, yay me. It's all right. But yeah, the one thing with the the Colts, I knew it was going to be a tough game. Usually, divisional games with any division in the NFL is tough. The Colts brought it to us, but then again, though, there was a lot of flags called. There was I believe there was 11 or 12 called on the Titans, and there was 10 called on the Colts. So the referees were very flag happy yesterday. And there was one play in particular where A.J. Brown caught the ball. The ball did not hit the ground. And they called it an incomplete pass, and Vrabel threw his coach challenge. And they still said it was incomplete. Then there was a play where, Amani Hooker was down there. He keeps doing he was going down the field, didn't even bang into a Colts receiver, didn't touch him, didn't do anything. But I think if the basically what it is in the rules in the NFL now is a referee, if the receiver turns his head, he can get a foul called. He can get a flag called. And the referees were definitely throwing the flag yesterday, and on some really key moments too, because there was a point where we were up 31-24, and we were it was a big giant drive. The Colts didn't have that much time left on the clock, and they called a big flag on us again. And obviously the Colts went down there and boom, got the touchdown. So it was 31-31 going into overtime. But what a big giant interception Kevin Byers got. Kevin Byard, one of our best safeties and all-pro safety. Last year he had a rough year. This year he's bounced back into that Pro Bowl year. Harold Landry's having that Pro Bowl season. So I see us. Harold Landry's one guy who is getting the sacks for us. I'm still waiting for Bud Dupree to kind of catch on. I know we signed him to a really big contract, and I know he's coming off the ACL injury. But I'm hoping we can get Bud Dupree going. If we can get Bud Dupree going on the outside next to Harold Landry, we'll get more sacks than what we got. It's just, but if Bud Dupree can't become that guy that he was in Pittsburgh, then yeah, we need to start looking in the draft for another one. And that's how I feel about that situation with that. Uh, we gotta make sure that we rally around. Uh, Derrick Henry's not going to be around. I can at least clarify that he's not going to be around for at least 6 weeks. Now, Coach Vrabel doesn't want to put a timetable on it. I know McNichols and I don't remember the other guy's name, but there's two running backs we got. We drafted one last year. I just have to think about. Let me look. Be sure here. I know McNichols is one, but he's very good as a receiving. He's more of like a receiving running back than he is an actual starter. There's another running back. They don't say his name, but McNichols is more of like a receiving running back. He's he's been in some lot of receiving packages that we've done. Um, we don't have no big bruising backup. We got more what you call faster, more quick, elusive running backs than we do with Derrick Henry. You know, Derrick Henry was our big pound for pound guy that was smashing the mouth and everything like that. So, but I like Coach Vrabel's stance on this. Whenever a big player goes down, he's like, "Look, next man steps up," and that's exactly what we got to do. We got to step it up. And now Derrick Henry, though, what I'm curious to see is Derrick Henry makes Ryan Tannehill a lot better. You know, Tannehill had that whole play action stuff going on. So without Derrick Henry now, how good is Tannehill going to be? And that's the biggest question going into this next couple of games is how good is Tannehill going to be? You know, can he become that leader that Derrick Henry is? Or could we see something else? Because that's what I want to see going into this next couple of games. I want to see if Tannehill is the guy that we paid him to be. You know, at that point, if you have Julio Jones and you have AJ Brown, there's no excuses now. You have the weapons around you. Yes, Derrick Henry made you better. Derrick Henry made you have a chance to go out there and get it done. But what do you say here? I was watching Halloween 6 and the line from True Grit kept coming to mind. If I had a gun like that, I wouldn't be afraid of this. I did not I did not know that Kim Darby was the mom in Halloween 6. That's actually pretty cool. Did not know that. Yeah, you know, the biggest thing though with this is we just have to kind of go into it, you know? With this is we just have to kind of well, gee, I'm three. Damn, I lost three people. Well, all right. I see how this is going to be. Obviously, though, Titans got a lot of stuff they got to do in this whole situation. We got to go back to the drawing board, see who can step up for Derrick Henry and who can get this going. That's the one big thing we got to do in this situation. Now, like I said, I was hoping that we can see what we can see from Ryan Tannehill. Nah, I ain't worried about it. Biggest thing for me is I'm just having fun on here, so I ain't worried about it. But I can tell you this though, Titans are in a good position, regardless of what happens with Derrick Henry. Whether or not he's out for the season, whether he comes back last game, whether he comes back for the playoffs, we pretty much got the AFC South wrapped up. I don't see us losing it to the Colts. We beat them twice now. We got the Jags one more time, and we got the Texans twice. There's really no reason not to beat the Texans twice and not beat Jacksonville. So as long as we win our division, we still get a playoff spot. So that I'm not worried about. It's going into the playoffs without Derrick Henry that could be a very hard thing to do. So I'm just kind of going into it now with the mindset of next man up. And we'll see what Jeremy Nichols can do. He's done some pretty good stuff for us this year already. He's done he's more of a receiving kind of running back. But I do believe that the other backup in him can come in there and get the carries that they need and still get that play action pass going because Tannehill is going to need it. Yeah, the Texans do have a really good. Their quarterback in the draft was the second best. I believe. I agree with that. But anyways, just wanted to come on here and just kind of let everybody know that about Derrick Henry, the injury, and surgery just tomorrow morning. They're having surgery on his foot. I think it's in the middle part of his foot. So, not sure what that part of that bone is there, but it's in the middle part of his foot. And we're going to see what happens. In any event, before I go, I would like to say that that was a very good interview with Hannibal Lecter yesterday. A lot of people who are here don't have a sense of humor, and that's cool. I tend to have a sense of humor, but hey, you know what? To each their own. You don't have a sense of humor, it's cool. But anyways, tighten up, Titan Nation. Like, share, sub, hit that notification bell for any more daily Titan videos you guys want to see. Got some stuff in the works here coming up. Start doing some wrestler bios. We're going to start doing some more comedy skits with some wrestling matches. Get my interview series going more. So yeah, you know what? I'm not too worried about it anymore. So giddy up, cowpokes. I'm out.